guys, welcome back to my make-believe cooking show. I'm Jen from Jen's Extraordinary Life, and today we're going to make some yummy Valentine chocolate bark, and it's going to be a sweet and salty treat. So I've got some Ghirardelli chocolates here. I've also got some pink, I thought these were really pretty, pink Meltums. They're just chocolate melting chips, and these happen to be pink. I had some red too, but I thought dark chocolate and pink might be really pretty together. I picked up some of these Valentine M&Ms in the red, white, and pink. Some Valentine sprinkles. This has hearts and just little sprinkles. Some little pretzels, and I'm also going to add some graham cracker crumbs to this. Now, if you can't find these, they're not always available at my store, so I have found them on Amazon before. I have found them at Walmart. I have found them occasionally at Publix, but if I can't find them, I just take graham crackers and put them in a Ziploc bag and crush them up with my rolling pin. So that's another option. So this is going to be really easy to do. Anybody can do this, and what you're going to need, I've got I think this is like a 9 by 13 pan. Could be 7 by 11, but I think it's 9 by 13. Just a smaller, it's like a half sheet baking sheet. And if you've ever seen me line anything with foil, you know that I do it in reverse. So I'm going to turn my sheet upside down, plenty of foil. Lay it upside down on the bottom, and then form it to the baking sheet. And then I'm going to take that off, flip my sheet over, and it fits right inside. And then I'm just going to fold the edges down on that. Oh, I forgot to get out the cooking spray. So you want to spray this because the last thing you want is for your chocolate to be stuck to the foil. So let me grab that. Which kind of reminds me, they make a non-stick aluminum foil. I've never tried it, so I don't know if that would work or not, but anyway, our first layer of this is going to be the chocolate. Now, I've got Ghirardelli because I feel like if you're going to use chocolate baking chips in something, it might as well be Ghirardelli. But you could use whatever variety you want. And I am just going to microwave these. And it says, let me see what it says. Half power for 30 seconds and stir it. I don't do that. I just put it in at full power at 30-second intervals and keep stirring so that you don't, so that it doesn't burn. So let me put it in for the first 30 seconds. All right, after 30 seconds, it's beginning to melt, but still chips. So we're going to give it another 30. I'm actually going to do 15-second intervals and stir. Let me get this chocolate off of here. Okay, so I ended up with a total of 1 minute. I did 30 seconds first and then 15 seconds twice, stirring after each 15-second. And then it wasn't completely melted, like there were a couple of chips left when I pulled it out the second 15 seconds, but I didn't want to burn it, so I'm just stirring it and it's melting. So now it's nice and melted and liquidy. I'm just going to pour it out onto my baking sheet. What I'm using here is a silicone measuring cup. This one happens to be by Pampered Chef. If you have a Pampered Chef lady or man, I highly recommend these measuring cups. If you don't, I'll put a link to my Pampered Chef person in the description below, and I'm sure she can help you out. She's pretty awesome. Anyway, you just spread this evenly. You want a nice even layer. All right. And then I'm gonna actually take these graham cracker crumbs now. And you don't need very much, maybe a tablespoon worth. I'm gonna use my hands. I'm just gonna sprinkle some in it. It's just gonna give it a little bit of that graham cracker flavoring in the chocolate. So you'll have all the different layers of flavor. It'll be so yummy. All right, so I'm gonna seal that up nice and tight. I love these chip clips. You might have seen a recent haul from IKEA is where I usually get them. You can also get them, I believe, from Pampered Chef. I don't know where else has them, but they're pretty awesome. All right, so at this point, you need to let this solidify. That's what it looks like. So you can put it in the refrigerator or the freezer. The refrigerator, I would leave it in there for at least an hour. I'm gonna pop it in the freezer because I only need about 20 minutes in the freezer. You just wanna get it good and hard, and then we'll do the second layer. So let me go put that in the freezer and then I'll be back. Okay, I am back. It's been about half an hour, actually about probably 20 minutes. I popped this in the freezer and it's nice and solid. So since that's good and solid, I'm gonna go ahead and melt my pink chips. And I was looking to see if these had a flavor, and they don't. So it's just chocolate. I didn't know if they were maybe cherry or strawberry or something, but they're not. Oh, and I got these at Joann's, yeah. So if you're looking for this brand, it's the first time I've used those, so we're gonna see how they melt. I've put them in, this time in a glass. This is a 4 cup, yeah, 1 quart, 4 cups measuring cup, and I'm gonna, same thing, microwave it in 30-second intervals, maybe 15-second intervals, and we'll stir it in between and see how that goes. So give me just a second. Meanwhile, I'm going to get my M&Ms ready. And by ready, I mean tasting. Yeah. They taste like regular M&Ms. Okay, the first 30 seconds pretty much did nothing. Back in they go. So I was thinking about this, and pretty much you could put whatever you want to in it. I wanted sweet and salty, so that's why we're going with the dark chocolate is a little more bitter. Then we're gonna have this, which is just like a white chocolate, so it's a little sweeter. Salty for the, let me start that. Yeah, it's starting to melt. Salty for the mini pretzels, and then sweet for the M&Ms, and then of course, you know, sprinkles. All right, let's pop that back in for another 30. I'm betting that this next 30 seconds is going to do the trick. But you could put whatever, you know, if you had like little mini Oreos, or I think for Valentine's Day they might have red Oreos. Let me check this. I do not want to burn it. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So that was only about 20 seconds. You don't want to overheat it or it changes the consistency. And then it doesn't melt and adhere to the next level properly. And also it burns it. And who wants burnt chocolate? Nobody wants burnt chocolate. All right, so this is perfectly melted. So I'm going to put this on top of my chocolate. Can you see this? Let me move it over. I'm actually going to go get a spatula because I don't want to waste any of this yummy goodness. So I want to get every bit of it out. I'm going to grab a spatula. See, I would have wasted all that yummy goodness. Okay. Set that aside. I'm just going to take my spoon. Same thing. You're just going to spread it edge to edge from that other chocolate. Trying to make it even as you can. I mean, it doesn't have to be perfect, but and one bag seems to be the perfect amount. You don't want it too thin, but you don't want it too thick either. So one bag seems to be the perfect amount for this size pan. So if you're going to do a bigger, like a full sheet pan, then I would say use 2 bags per layer. Otherwise it would be too thin. Oh my gosh, that looks so good. I'm just going to put kind of a swirly design in it. Nothing too fancy. Yeah, it's like white chocolate. That's what the taste is. Okay. And then I'm going to take some pretzels and just press them in every so often. You want to kind of press them into the chocolate because they need to stick to it. This is going to be so cute. I'm going to wash my hands. Okay, clean hands again. Now, for the sprinkles, one side of these is hearts. So I'm just going to put a couple on here. I'm going to go too crazy because I have other things to put on there as well. The other side is these little pink and red dots. I'm spilling them all over the counter. That's going to be fun. All right, and then M&Ms. So I think what I'll do is put them in my hand first. And then place them. Oh, it's already starting to solidify, so I gotta work fast. Okay, that looks good. Okay, so there's what we have. I mean, how cute is that? And then I'm gonna pop this back in. Let me just kind of press these little hearts down to make sure that they're stuck. All right, back in the freezer for about 20 minutes or so, and then we'll break it up. I'll be back. Okay, I'm back, and I have taken, there's one that didn't stick. I've taken the bark out of the freezer, and isn't it cute? All right, I don't know if you can see there. All right, so we're just gonna lift this out of here. pan is clean. That's why we use foil. And then should be able to lift this right off the foil because we sprayed it, and that was easy. And now, here's what it looks like. You can see the layers. Now we just hack it up. So I'm kind of going to try to keep a pretzel in each bite. As best I can. I mean, it's not perfect, but all you do is just chop it up however you want. Bigger pieces, littler pieces, whatever you want to do. It's up to you. And the beauty of it is some pieces can be big and some can be little. I'm going to cut this one in half right in the middle of that pretzel so I get some in both. But that's it. That's all there is to it. I'm going to finish cutting this up. And then you can package it up however you want. I actually had some of these little trays left over from Christmas, and they don't say anything about Christmas on them, and they're just cute. So I'm going to put this in one of these little trays and share it with a friend. So that's that. I hope you enjoy this. Hey, if you like these kind of videos, I'd love for you to hit that little thumbs up. That helps me out. And if you haven't already subscribed, why don't you go ahead and hit that little subscribe button? Then you won't miss a single video. Thanks for coming along today for my make-believe cooking show, and we'll see you in the next one. Have an extraordinary life. Bye-bye.